Hi, this is Terry. Today is August 5th, 2023, and I would like to share with you a garden tour of my space here in Zone 7B in the South. So you can kind of see what's growing really well in the summer, and then also I'll be doing some gardening cleanup, such as weeding and whatever else that I'm going to be doing today. Just kind of tidying up the space. Some areas might not look as pretty, but that's okay because you get to see what the garden of the summer looks like. Where because of the heat and other things going on. Enough talking, and let me go ahead and show you. All right, let's start over here in the front bed. For those of you who don't know, I removed some roses, knockout roses here, 3 of them. And so the area is bare right now. And I plugged in the lemongrass there. And the oak leaf hydrangeas are doing really good. This is my little lime hydrangeas, both of them. And what I did was I pruned all of these where you see the blooms that are coming up now. I believe it was, I want to say in March. So I wanted to, just prune it up, making them look thicker. And I knew that it's a possibility I might not get blooms until later or not at all. But I'm glad that I did because, as you can see, there's so many blooms that are coming up now. This one as well, not as bushy as I would like both of them to be, but I'm just gonna get very good blooms, and I'm trying to root one or a couple of the stems there. So this is what this area looks like. This has been a nice addition or a nice garden bed for me this year. I have been able to manage this area a lot better, simply not because anything special that I'm doing. These are very hardy plants for the most part. All I've been doing is weeding for the most part, especially the outer edge there. You can see I just pulled some grass that was growing in the bed earlier today, and I love this space so much. I'm excited to see this unknown hydrangea. I have 2 of them there. They are the lace cap type, and I just love the blooms. They're white, and they change to like, yeah, I want to yellowish. There's some blues in there. There's some pink in there. So I'm excited to see blooms coming out of that. Now, I will say this area gets a lot of sun, and you can see that they're struggling a little bit with some leaf burn. So, but otherwise, they are doing really good in the sun like this. These guys get a lot of direct sunlight. I would say more than 6 hours per day. And it's been so hot this summer. So despite, several leaf scorches, they are doing well. And when it gets cooler, I think they're going to be doing really well. And hopefully these did die down. I'm hoping to see new buds. I believe these blooms on new wood. Like I said, I'm not for certain, but even if they're not blooming, um, they still add some interest here, and they're low to the ground, so they help with ground coverage, help to suppress some of the weeds. And this is something that I totally was not expecting. So They are the zinnia, and I don't know what variety they are, but they do or they have been doing so well. So they started off with like little plugs, three of them, and they just took off. They just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So they're, I would say, a good 3 to 3.5 feet wide, and maybe two, 2.5 feet high. So I am definitely buying some more zinnias next year. And then I got, these were dahlias I got from Walmart, and they're doing really good too. All right, and then the back area there, um, I got, we removed the tree back there, so everything here has been full sun. The plants are struggling a little bit, but overall they're doing really good. And please excuse all that mess. We're going to be remulching that area. That'll be the last thing that we're going to be doing. All right, if we pan over this way, believe it or not, this used to be a shaded, or the shaded garden. But because of the tree removal, everything is pretty much full sun. So I know it's not getting sun right now, but it will be later on, probably in a few hours, and it's going to get really intense sunlight. And with the bricks in the background there too, it'll reflect and it'll give off more heat. So anyway, I have some taro here, and I grow these in pots because I don't want them to spread. Now I'm thinking maybe I should, because I do eat the taro roots. So, but just to be on the safe side, I just put them in pots so they don't get out of control. So I have all those there as well. I got some hostas. I mean, they do struggle, but in the morning they come back like this. They're able to tolerate the sun or more sunlight here. And I think this is, I don't know the variety, I apologize, but they can take more sun, that one as well, and that one as well. I put in the Japanese painted fern this year, I think in the spring. I planted it there. It's, it was struggling a little bit, but it's doing better now. And I have the heuchera there. That one is doing okay. I mean, I know it'll do better in, more filter sunlight, but we'll see. I'm not sure what to do with these plants. Not sure. These potted plants, I'm going to be moving them somewhere else or planting them somewhere else. I'm not sure yet, so they're just living here for right now. All right. So this is the front garden with the Japanese maple. And this is the only tree right now that is providing some kind of shade to my garden space right now. And I have some hostas there and over there, and then all around there too. Mainly I want them there because we do have a water runoff that's going through there, so I want to have something that will that would soak up the water, and hostas are good at doing that, but you know they're not doing as well as they should because they're getting more sunlight than usual. So I'm hoping maybe next year they'll do so much better once they're bigger and more established. But anyway, this is, I wanted this space just to be a simple bed because the Japanese maple is the focal point. And I have a couple of hydrangeas there, the mop head hydrangeas, the endless summer series hydrangeas there. You can see I got one bloom. I removed all of the mop head hydrangeas and I forgot to remove those two. So I figure since I forgot, I'm just going to let them be. And so far, I just been pruning off the bottom leaves and they just to prevent like the fungal infections. And so far, they're doing really good and they're in a good spot too. I don't see them. I don't see the leaves wilting. So good spot for them there. All right, so it's getting very hot. So I went in and grabbed my hat and we're gonna tackle or not tackle. I'm gonna show you the rest of the garden that's um, in full sun right now. So this area has been pretty much neglected part of the season by me, of course. So coreopsis, I pruned them back. I can see they're coming back, but the extreme heat actually burnt them down. So I went ahead and pruned them back and it looks like they're flushing back pretty good. I got my dahlias or dahlias over there. They've been here for a while now. Um, so yeah, I mean this area could use some tender loving care, some TLC. So this is the other section. I have my old-fashioned gardenias there, and I have one volunteer there, another one there, and these guys are struggling. This is a proven a winner viburnum, and it's struggling. Um, I want to, okay, that is the Elysium. That one is struggling too. Azalea. So all these guys are struggling right now. I have to find a home for them. They're not doing terribly, so I'm not doing anything to them until the fall. Um, anyway, my inflation garden bed down there, that's, I can't remember what it is, but I think it's a white salvia. Anyway, it's pretty weedy, and I know that I could do better, but this season has been kicking my butt. I have not been able to tend to the garden as much as I used to, and the weeds are winning, of course. But look at I don't know if you recall, I planted most of these lamb's ears last fall. You can see they're pretty much the only ones that are looking really good right now. And guess what? So I planted some echinacea cone flowers, and the deer got to them before before they even bloom. So this, oh my goodness, this is a weed. Is it? I think it is. No, I'm pretty sure this is my cone flower that I got. It's the Tennessee cone flower. It looks like it, but it's very fuzzy. Anyway, here is the bloom head. So anyway, this is the only one that's, the deer hasn't gone to it. But all the other ones, they did flush back, but the deer got to it, like this one got to it too. I got the hardy rosemary there, and excuse the cardboard. You can see cardboard there too. I just put the cardboard there to help with grass growth because we're going to do something to that area. We have the stones there waiting to be put in. So anyway, so that's my quick way of suppressing the weeds and grass as much as possible. Oh, no. I always miss the hummingbird, so hopefully I got that on camera. Sorry if it's so bright for your eyes. There it is. All right, you can see how bright it is right now. So we're approaching the hillside garden bed. You can see the plants are stressed with the hot sun every day, and we have not been getting a lot of rain like we used to. So anyway, these guys are not doing that great, but here's what's doing great. This is a fall cypress. I have several of them, and they love the sun. I just need to come and prune it a little bit, like right there. So it's a nice kind of spherical shape. Um, that you can see the laurel petalum looks good. You can see the sunshine ligustrum there and there. That's doing good too. Blue star juniper, that one always does good. Look at the artemisia. That thing is a beast. It's always does really good. It's massive. All right, so this area got turned over a lot when we removed that tree there. So I need to come and pull the weeds so we could add some mulch on top of that and get it looking nice again. You can see a lot of weeds. Look at the lemongrass, it's doing good. All right, let's move over to the bridge garden area. You can see I have lots of water irises, and I got the lemongrass right there. And I have not been weeding this area like I used to, and I'm okay with it because it's more like, I shouldn't say more like, it's a woodland garden area right here. And I took a page out of my husband's nanny's a garden area. She lives up in the mountain, and she does not weed, as far as I know, because I would see weeds growing, but for some reason in her space it works. It really works. So she lives like in a woodland area out in the mountains. So you know, it looks beautiful the way the everything just grows together. So I am definitely not doing so much over here. And, I've been okay with it. As you can see up ahead, there are weeds growing. And, I'm just going to not worry too much and let it kind of be, because it is a woodland area, and would pull just maybe along the pathway. I would keep that pretty, um, you know, weed free as much as possible, but everything else I'm just going to leave as is, except maybe here. You see that it's all overgrown, so definitely I need to pull those out. You see the pathway, it's overtaking my weeds. So just to clean up a little bit, but not crazy cleanup. Um, Again, with the tree removal, they did all of that. So I need to come back and fix it. I have not been able to come here for whatever reason. So I just need to clean up this bed area. Now we're going to be heading to the back patio area. The sun is no joke. All right. I planted potatoes right there, sweet potatoes, and the deer had the nerve to come so close to eat up the foliages. So there we have it. I have the baked potato or rustic, I don't know, the normal baked potato that people eat. Look at this lemongrass here. I decided to move this over here. It'd be easier for me to water. And again, excuse the mess. I'm trying to suppress the crazy weed, which is that spotted spurge that was growing all along there. That was the only way for me to kind of suppress them so they don't creep over to this patio area. So you can see the lemongrass. They are doing beautifully. They are getting so big. That's what I wanted. I wanted a hedge of lemongrass. All right. So we come to an area that I cannot figure out what to do with. It's been emotionally, it's been not so good. Just because every time I come out, I see, this area not looking very good. And again, I have the cardboard to kind of to suppress the weeds, the weed pressure there. So anyway, you can see this pencil holly needs to be, both of them need to be pruned. You could see a couple plants there that are struggling with the heat. They do that every year. This area is not doing bad. I cleaned up that area maybe a week or two ago. I took all of the roses that were there except for this David Austin's Poet's Wife rose. So I'm leaving that there and try to take care of it. You can see out of the plants, the lambs here are doing really well. And this volunteer pine here. So I'm always pulling these pine seedlings, but I saw it's growing over here, and I was like, it's a good area that I would like to see some height, because I have height on this side right there, and maybe it'll provide a little bit of shade for the clematis there. So that was my thinking. So I'm leaving that pine there, and we'll try to prune it to keep it small and see how it goes. What's also doing good are these emerald green arbor vitae and the I always want to say almond joy. It's autumn joy sedum. They will give me some winter interest, and guara, gara, guara, I don't know. It's doing really good too. Another sedum, autumn joy sedum there. And what's also doing good are the sunshine ligustrums, both sides. And I want to show you something. This is the Angelonia. I think it's Angelonia sedum. They do really good, but look what happened. Because it got so hot, it burnt the middle area. And wherever I have big patches that are in more direct sunlight, the same thing happens. Look what else are doing good. The stellar ruby magnolias. That one is catching up. So my goal is to have both of them. Oh, it's getting hot. I'm going to move over. My goal is to have both of them the same height, and that one, it's on its way. All right, it was getting really hot. So I don't know how long this whole video has been, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. I might have to break the video into maybe 2 or 3 different sessions or different videos, so that way the videos are not too long. And in the evening, I'm going to be weeding that area. And so I might include that part as well for you to see. And anyway, I think that's it. So just wanted to share with you again, what the garden looks like, what did well, what didn't do so well in the summer in my zone 7B here in the south this year, because it has been so hot, has been humid, and not getting a lot of rain. You can see that you can still have a nice garden with the right plants. I'm not saying that I know everything because I'm still learning, but you can still see some of the plants that are doing well this year, right now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, write them down below. If you enjoy this kind of video or this kind of content, you can give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments section below. So until my next video, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.